Alright folks, it's Poliwrath's Penance. So, as some of you may have seen, the main niche of Poliwrath in ADV OU has historically been fairly unethical. It's been running Belly Drum and Hypnosis on Speed Pass, which is now, of course, banned. So, I was very interested when I got the Secret Santa request to build Poliwrath, but bulky, and presumably on a more honest team. Now, some people may disagree with that because we're actually putting it on some ABR war crime. So this was the original team by ABR. He ran this, I believe, in ADVR number 2. So not the one that is just taking place right now in 2025, but the one last year. And basically the idea of this team is essentially boom spam plus a V5-ish, but spikeless. So you notice we have a Registeel and not a Skarmory. Typically you'd see Skarmory on the standard V5 structures. But the thing is, if you're running Gengar with Choice Band as your lead and exploding T1, like, you need some more physical help because the traditional V5, especially with Milo, is a little bit weak to DD-Tar, a little bit weak to Arrow, a little bit weak to a lot of physical offense type threats, and it's also notably fairly weak to Suicune. So putting Registeel over Skarm kind of fixes those, but the downside is you're running a team with very little progress making. Like, you're basically hoping to just outlast them and eliminate targets with Doug, and then eventually they'll be unable to break Blissey Milo. But without spikes, like, it's a very, very slow team. So you sort of need to be ABR to win with a team like this. But so I figured, well, what if we replace Milo with a much more Chad Pokemon, which is Poliwrath? And so as you can see, what we're running here is Bulk Up, Brick Break, Ice Beam, Rest with Water Absorb. And the advantage of this is that we're actually fully walling Suicune, at least the Mono Water variants. We are checking DD-Tar much better than Milo because we actually resist Rock, so we're not getting flinched down. We're checking Snorlax pretty well because we can just bulk up with it, even if it's cursing. Typically, we're going to win with bulk up and stab fighting moves. It's also pretty good against Metagross. So a lot of the threats that this sort of V5 structure would be scared of, this Poliwrath actually helps with. Now, what it doesn't help with is mixed attackers like Mixmans and Charizard. So we're in typical Shitmon fashion, we're just going to hope not to face those. But actually, you know, to be honest, Blissey and this Fosfidef Claydol can do a little bit. So it's not completely hopeless. You always have hopes and dreams. So I play this team a little bit in the 1700s range. It's done okay. You know, one more than it's lost. So I'm probably going to be submitting it shortly as my Secret Santa submission. So I figured why not run some on the YouTube channel. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully we don't lose too many points. Oh, I should say the other thing that we're doing that's nice is we can run a pretty greedy set on Claydol. We can run Rain Dance and no EQ because we have a solid Rock check and Poliwrath, so we don't need the EQ as much. We don't need the Claydol as much defensively. So, and we can run Calm Mind happily on Blissey, and we can run Thief happily on Skarm. So it lets us run like much greedier sets than you would typically be able to get away with. Okay, so against Zapdos, typically we're just going to boom. That's kind of the point of this Gengar. Against most things, we're going to boom T1. Then we'll go to Skarm. The nice thing is it kind of, you know, typically when people see Gengar lead, they're not expecting like hard stall. Pretty much ABR is the one that does that. Everybody else is like going to be special offense or whatever. So it's nice. Speaking of special offense, you see a Zapdos and a Suicune, so it's more than likely going to be special offense on their end. I'm going to get my spike. Okay. Actually, it's Skarmory, so potentially it's V5 Zap. So the nice part is Poliwrath might put in some work here. We'll get our Thief off. Yeah, I mean, seems like a decent spot, to be honest. Yeah, okay. So probably V5 Zapdos. So we'll get our spin. Say we're in decent shape. Interestingly, it's T-Wave. I guess it's probably not Calm Mind Bliss. So our Calm Mind Bliss of our own should be pretty good. I think our Poliwrath also should be pretty good. We want to probably get a little bit of chip off on their Claydol, but go to our Bliss. Go ahead and get an Ice Beam off. So last is Doug. Go to Skarm here. I think we can play it slow, like we've thiefed their Skarm. You know, we fully wall their Suicune probably. It's more than likely Bullet Roar, so we don't need to play it super fast. Do we want to take the T-Wave on this? Yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to be hard to avoid in the long run, so... Okay, we'll go ahead and Calm Mind. Guess we Ice Beam. Okay. Interesting. So, are they gonna roar or are they gonna rest? I think they roar, so... Oh. That's unfortunate, but I think we were in good shape anyway. My thinking there was that they would roar, and then potentially they bring in Dog, and there's a chance we just kill the Suicune immediately. But, like, realistically, like I said, with the Poliwrath in the back, it was never going to be a big threat, so didn't have to be too worried. Okay, so we're getting close to 1600 at last. The climb has been slower than we hoped, but... Okay. Salamence lead. I think with the Intimidate, I'm not going to risk the boom here, so I'll just go to Blissey. Go to Skarm. Well, could be a Mag. Maybe we go to Poliwrath. Yeah, it definitely could be a Mag. Yeah, looks like a Mag, probably. So... Ice Beam, I suppose. You'd think they'd go to Ments. Okay. No. We'll bulk up. Ice Beam. I think they go to Ments now. Should I just Brick Break? Okay, Zapdos. Interesting. So I wonder if they can actually fit Mag. I'm kind of thinking no. Yeah. We'll Spike. Okay, we'll Thief. Nice. Got the Lax nice and chipped here. Now we'll go to Gengar. I have a feeling they might boom. No. Okay, fair enough. We'll Wisp. They're mixed meta, but it should probably die to our Doug. Nice. It's looking reasonably good for Blissey, I would say. I have a few more threats to deal with, but handled the Snorlax for the most part. We handled the mix meta. It's probably going to be like Jirachi, Swampert, maybe. The nice part is Poliwrath is a pretty good Swampert switch in. Go ahead and Ice Beam. They're fast Swampert. Now we'll rest. Luckily they don't crit us. Zapdos comes in, we'll go to Blissey. They unfortunately para us, but okay, they full para us. Don't have to worry too much because Poliwrath kind of walls this pert forever, so we can just keep on switching back and forth as needed. It kind of depends what the last is, I would say, whether... Okay. Interesting. We'll Brick Break it. Go to Claydol here. Go ahead and Rain Dance. Well... Yeah, we'll Rain Dance. See where they want to go. Okay, so we should be able to go to Skarmory. Even if it's Mixed Ments, like, it's going to be reduced by the rain. So, I think they might Brick Break, expecting Bliss. Okay, Snorlax. It's acceptable. Okay, they boomed. Go to Blissey, try to get some lefties. Go to Poliwrath. We'll Ice Beam. Maybe we bulk up. Okay, we get the crit, that's nice. Go to Poliwrath here. Bulk up. Brick Break. I don't know why they're hydro pumping. You don't know about Water Absorb, my friend. Like, thanks. How kind. How kind of you. Okay, well, Ice Beam. Go to Bliss here. Back to Poliwrath. We'll Brick Break. Looking pretty promising. We'll see what the Ments is, but obviously I'm just going to Ice Beam. Okay, the FF gets a 16-10. Well, I think this was a good proof of concept, actually. We faced a stall and a, like, mixed off, and I think we'll just actually call it there, and we'll do a shorter one. I'm testing a different computer, so I don't want to record forever and have it turn out to be unwatchable, so we'll see how this goes. Feel free to let me know in the comments if this is better or worse than what we've been doing the last few days.